Alrighty, here goes nothing. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. Christopher James Brown II recording. Alright. Well, hopefully you can hear me okay. I've got some really sad news. Not really sad. That's pretty dramatic, but I'm here on my MacBook, and I just took out the SD card from my GoPro to watch my videos, and it makes me so mad. So last week I recorded a video talking about my next chapter of life, my next adventure that I'm gonna go on. I was sitting at my grandma's house in Utah. It was May 14th or 15th, you'll see when I post this video. And it recorded like a 15-second video of me talking to start the video, and then it stopped after. Speaking of the devil, the video just ended again. So I don't know what's going on with my GoPro. If it happens again, then I'll just record on my iPhone. That's bad news, GoPro. That's pretty sad. Anyways, so what I was getting to is it was supposed to be like 25 minute video, and I talked for 15 minutes straight without it recording. And I'll never get that back. And the reason I wanted to record that was to talk about all my thoughts and feelings before I came on this next adventure, so I could look back at it and compare to how much I've learned. Well, again, it's a week later. Today's May 20th, 2025. I'm staying here in a barn dominium in Homer, Alaska. I just arrived yesterday. So I'm gonna try to act like I haven't been here for 2 days and explain everything. And then you'll watch the rest of the video when I talk about my gear. But dang, that was bad timing. So I just finished the Appalachian Trail last fall. I started just over a year ago, May 5th, May 6th, 2024. Finished through hiking the Appalachian Trail and went to Tennessee to my cabin after, and I worked on finishing my basement for 2 months. In November, my sister moved into the cabin basement, and I left Tennessee. Went to Utah for the winter, and then actually went back to the company I worked for in Hawaii and worked over Christmas break on the island of Oahu. Came back, and over the winter I did a couple of trips. I went to El Salvador. I went and skied with my friend Jesse in Japan. That was awesome. Both trips were amazing. I actually did this human medical trial, this investigational medicine, which was crazy, for a company named Icon. Basically, I tested out this lung cancer drug it was supposed to be for 30 days, but after 2 weeks, they kicked me out because I vomited. And they told me 2 weeks later. Long story. Anyways, it's way good pay. Comment or message me if you want info on the crazy human trials. It makes good money. Because, yeah, I haven't had a paycheck since my salary in October 2023. So it's been 18 months or so. Except for the winter break that I worked in Hawaii. And so after that happened, after I got back, or it was springtime-ish, I told myself 10 years ago, I said it was on my bucket list to move to Alaska, spend a summer in Alaska. And I've always wanted to do it, so I started looking at jobs just on random sites like Indeed and Cool Works and Vaga Jobs, all these websites that have cool summer jobs in Alaska. I had a couple interviews, and I was planning on going to Anchorage to work at Pacific Northwestern Academy. I think that's what it's called. I was going to be an assistant camp director. There was a couple guiding jobs that I got, like fly fishing, guiding. Anyways, And last second, I had this thought of I'm just going to post on Instagram and see if anybody has any connections. So I posted a story and said, does anybody have any leads to Alaska? I'm trying to move up there or whatever. And this girl named Hannah Humphreys that went to my high school responded and said, hey, my parents moved up there and I have an uncle that's up there. I've got some connections. Let me reach out to him. So got in touch with her uncle, who reached out to me, and he knows a fishing captain named Eric Tutt. So I reached out to Eric and said, hey, I talked to Sterling and looking for a summer job. He said you had one spot left, and Eric said, sorry, we just filled our last spot this morning. But my brothers and my dad also are captains of fishing boats, so if anything pops up for them or they need somebody, then I'll let you know. Which I thought was just a kind gesture, but didn't think it was going to go anywhere. A week later, Steve Tutt, his dad, reached out and said, hey, my son said you're looking for a spot. And I said, heck yeah, sign me up. So we talked for 30 minutes on the phone, and that was it. Super genuine guy, extremely kind. But he spoke to me kind of like I was like an Alaskan, like I knew what was going on, where I had no knowledge of Alaska fishing. I'd been fishing for halibut and salmon for a week on the river, but not commercial fishing. So as he was talking, I was writing everything down in my notes. I was Googling stuff, trying to figure out everything he was talking about. And then luckily he got me in touch with one of his deckhands, John. It's been working with him for 6 years, and he was super helpful, sending me all these links and how many pairs of socks, how many pairs of underwear, etc. So that's really, really good to get that info. And I accepted a job 2 months before it started. So in March, I accepted the job to be a deckhand for commercial fishing in Alaska for the summer. Crazy. It's on my bucket list. I'm actually doing it. As you can see, I'm here in Alaska now. But the 2 months leading up to it, again, just doing some research. I actually went to my cabin in Tennessee and spent 3 weeks there. Got to see my sister and some friends, do some projects on the cabin. And then flew out May 18th. But it's definitely, the amount of excitement that I have and had is very comparable to the Appalachian Trail. I think it's one of the craziest things I've done. In a lot of regards, I think it's crazier than the Appalachian Trail. Just because I was so prepared for the Appalachian Trail, I'd always wanted to do it and took so long to prepare. And this was just like not a lot of preparation and out of the blue. I've always wanted to live here in Alaska, but commercial fishing was not on the list. So super huge shout out to Hannah. She's been so kind and sending me all these contacts, info of her family that lives here, and super great. So yeah, I've learned a lot the last 2 days. I won't talk about that yet. I'll talk about that in another video, but really looking forward to it. Apparently we are fishing for salmon all summer. We'll spend like a week getting the boat ready, and then the first like 2 to 3 weeks we are fishing out of gill nets on the Prince William Sound, which is apparently really beautiful. And then we'll be seining for the last 2 months, which is like getting a big net and pulling them all in with this winch. And I've learned a lot, but when I made the video the first time, I didn't know all this, so it's hard to say. Pays really good. Eric was telling me like there's kind of just like 3 brackets of, it depends on 3 things: on the market price that they're paying, how good of a crew and captain you're with, and then just how good the season is, like how good the fish are. And he's like, as a first year, making like 5 to 8% commission as a greenhorn, like a first year deck crew member, deckhand. He'll make 30 to 60,000 if it's like the best summer, 10 to 30,000 if it's average or you're with an average crew, and 0 to 10 if you're with someone that doesn't know what they're doing or it's a bad year or whatever. So if I can come home with 30 grand, I'd be happy. 20%, I'd be satisfied. Anything over 40 grand, I'd be stoked about. So we'll see. But yeah, the emotions are high, and I'm so grateful for everybody in my life. Love my sister. She's the best. Annie, shout out to you. We've gotten so close, and she's thriving out there in Tennessee with her kittens and plants and gardening, and she's doing really good. And my mom, I'm so thankful for her for always being supportive. My cheerleader, she's never once doubted me, and I could do the craziest job in the world or the most exotic travel list or anything, and she'd be totally on board, backing it and excited for me. So that's always been a huge assurance from her, especially from my grandma. I'm thankful for her and how supportive and loving she is to me, and just makes me feel like a king, makes me feel important and special, and so grateful too to be able to stay at her house and for how kind she is in making me meals, and we have a really good relationship. So I'm grateful for those three, and everybody in my life, all my friends and family. I could name every single one of you guys. But yeah, I just very proud of myself and extremely grateful to God and all my friends and family that this opportunity is possible, and it's going to be something that I can tell my kids and grandkids and I'll talk about for the rest of my life. I was joking with my mom and sister that on my way out, like, hey, I'm probably going to buy land out here now, so Alaska's going to be a part of the family moving forward, so plan on coming to visit every year or whatever, but we'll see. I think it could be really good for me that I really love seasonal work, and this could turn into something that I do every season. If it pays really good, just work 3 months, 2-3 months of summer and be able to pay for the rest of the year, or get a part-time gig during the winter at a ski resort. But I really hope it works out. It's been a huge blessing. It's been a miracle. Lots of angels in my lives, lots of people helping out, looking out for me and praying for me constantly. So I'll make another video of my arrival here to Alaska and expectations versus reality, and it's been a crazy 48 hours, but it's been incredible. I'm extremely excited, so I'll put the video in of me looking at all my gear, preparing for it. Sorry for the 15 minutes that got cut out before. I wish I could get that back and know what I said before and all my thoughts and feelings. I had no idea what was going on, and I've learned so much, like I said, these past 48 hours, and I will continue to learn a lot. But super humbled, super grateful. See you later. I'm extremely humbled at this opportunity. I'm so excited. I can't stop thinking about it. It's constantly on my mind. I'm so grateful for my grandma and the blessing she is in my life, and my mom, the support that she gives me, the cheerleading, my sister, the great relationship we have, and everybody in my life, all my friends and family. I'm really, really excited. This is an unreal opportunity. This chance of a lifetime a lot of people don't get, so I'm going to work my hardest. I'm going to be kind to everybody, enjoy every second, all the goods, all the bads. Just the crappy days I'm just going to laugh and have fun with. Same as the Appalachian Trail, it's just living life. It's all part of the experience. Okay, so I want to go through some of my gear, some of the stuff I got packed. This is all just basic stuff. I guess the real only things that I've purchased for this, I've got my 12-inch extra tough boots I'll be using on deck, and then these 6-inch ones. Pretty sweet. Got a pro deal with them, thanks to Expert Voice. So anyways, let's go through this. Clothing first. I got 4 pairs of shorts. I might drop that down to 3 or 2. Some sweats for inside, like bedtime or just hanging out, relaxing, chilling. 4 pants. These are like kind of that wicking, like dry material, dry fit type stuff, I think. I got a pair of rain pants. I'm going to try them on again because they're big and I hardly used them for the Appalachian Trail, but we'll see. My 2 beanies. Who will be calling me? I'll call you back, Max, sorry. We're recording right now. Max is a good friend. Okay, I got my Cache Valley hat, my Moxie hat. I might grab one more hat, drop a pair of shorts. We've got the Cabela's hoodie, Columbia sweater. I've got 4 long sleeves. I'm going to drop one of those. 3 short sleeves. I've got these like sun hoodies. These like dry fit material. One has like a hood on it. These two are just like Under Armour long sleeves. This is filled with 20 pairs of, what is it, 20 pairs of socks. They're all long. And then I've got underwear in there. I got like some Under Armour spandex, then some cotton ones, tops and bottoms. I've got Cotopaxi, what do you call that? Rain jacket, and this Climeworks rain jacket. I'm bringing my drone. Ooh, forgot I had some high cheers in here. Bringing the DJI Air 3, I think it is. This is just a carrying case for my GoPro. I got the chest mount. This will be really cool to use this, the GoPro. And then I got my Insta360 charging pack. I've got these clear sunglasses, glasses, and then these Pit Viper glasses. I just bought my gloves, or I'm going to buy my gloves. I'm not taking these, like 24 packs of just basically like chemical cleaning gloves. My toiletry bag, some charging cables, blocks, laptop. Brought a couple of these balaclavas, like the buffs, belt, book. Debating, I need to text him right now if I should bring my binoculars. Water bottle. The binoculars, apparently the Prince William Sound is gorgeous. Like, see glaciers, mountains, tons of wildlife, orcas, bears, which I'm excited about. The glasses I wanted to talk about, this is what I've been most shocked about. My friend Brian Turley did an Alaskan summer when he was 18. Lost his license. Went up to Seattle and just walked the docks till he got a job. But, I heard that I'm gonna get stung by like 800 jellyfish, and he was like, I went through tons and like gallons of Vaseline that you just rub on your face and body. That's the only thing that really gets rid of the sting. But apparently when we pull in the nets, there's just gonna be jellyfish falling. He's like, it's a lot different. I mean, getting stung in the arm is one thing, but getting stung in the eye by a jellyfish is a whole nother experience. So that's why I've got the clear glasses. It says I'm going to want a buff, glasses, and a hat to always stay covered. So I'm going to take this big suitcase as a check bag, and then that backpack. If I do need another carry-on, I've got room for it, but I really don't want to overpack. And plus, I have to bring more back when I return, because the main things I'm buying now, like I said, a bunch of pairs of gloves. And then the big things I gotta buy is my rain gear. So it's just gonna be those rubbery material. There's like a heavy rain jacket and my bibs. And I think that's pretty much what I'll be wearing all day, every day. And I think I gotta get like 2 pairs of those to switch out. So, yeah, gonna try to fine tune it, buy a couple last things. I think I'm just gonna have to buy like market price, like retail price, a high price for the rain gear once I get there, the bibs and stuff, but that's all right. Could make them $40, $50, $60, $70,000. $69,000 will be the goal. Anyways, again, super grateful. I just wanted to record this and my experience before and preparing for it. Again, like I said, I fly out in 4 days. It's gonna be crazy. Flying into Anchorage, and then I'm taking a small plane over into Homer where I'm gonna get picked up. So I'm gonna call Steve right now, make sure everything's lined up, check in with John, ask a couple last questions, and then we're there for the summer. Sayonara.